Greetings, Geechlings. Geechin Prime here with a discussion video about One Piece in lieu of a chapter this week because of Golden Week. So, kind of just random, like, future power-ups that just come to my mind and such. I've seen videos about it on various Straw Hats and, like, what they could do, in the future and all that. And I was like, I'll throw my hat in the ring. I've got some ideas. So this could be a possible theory, or this could just end with the one video. I don't know. And we're starting off with Robin, the archaeologist of the Straw Hats. Um, she was kind of fun to do because there's some ideas that I've never seen anyone come up with her. Um, the obvious one is hockey. I would think she would probably use armament hockey more than observation because she's, being a former assassin, she's a well learned character, she's very observant of the environment around her. So observation would not add as much to that, given that all it is like kind of dodging attacks, unless you're on Katakuri's level, which not many people are, if hardly any. So it's not as beneficial as armament because I've noticed, like, with due to her devil fruit, she kind of makes herself a target. She sends out all of the florets and everything, and then they attack the opponent more directly, but they can't move. And then, if they can, like, shoot her or something, she's left defenseless because she does this most of the time. So it's her weakness. And I see armament being a bit more beneficial. Like, okay, during Punk Hazard, when she was blocking the doorway for those giant kids and everything, she, like, sent two giant hands to block the pathway. Well, they started, like, biting and bashing her hands, and she feels all the pain that her duplicate limbs do, or the same, they all have the same sensation. So she needs something to kind of help allow her to tank that damage. Otherwise, she's not going to last long in the new world. But, yeah. So that's it for observation. So maybe, like, just put it on those hands or on her body. Nah, not on her personal body because it wouldn't do anything. So, like, on the hands that she uses, or feet or whatever. But anyway, and, like, some devil fruit improvements for Hana Hana no Mi, like improved range of how far away she can make these duplicate limbs and such. Oda once jokingly mentioned that she has a radius of 200 Hana-Hanas, whatever that means, which I even tried to figure out roughly how long that could be. If you, like, guesstimate with her arm, which is about 2 feet long, because she's like 6'3". She a tall lady, tall drink of water. But so even if it's just a third of her body, that's roughly, if I did the math right, about 400 feet from her immediate body. So it's a fair distance. It's hard to really tell exactly how far she makes them anyway. So, and like I said, Oda joked about that radius. But if you take it into account, it's, you could see an enhanced range over time as she further masters her power, which she's about mastered it, I guess. She's had it most of her life. She's very much like Luffy in that respect. Um, Also, like, improved remote spying. We've seen her, like, produce an eye or an ear to spy on people from a fairly short distance. It's like, oh, what's going on in this room? Well, ear on the wall, eye on the wall. Well, what if she did remote spying where she can see what's going on immediately, in a way, and kind of control where it goes? Okay, so, like, say she makes a hand, just a hand. She's done that. What was it? Something orchid. that she did in Dressrosa, where she has like two hands that kind of do that. Well, what if she does like one or two hands and it's like a spider body? And then put an eye, an ear, and a nose on that, and then there you go. You can smell, see, and hear everything that it goes, and then it just kind of like wanders around like Thing from the Addams Family. and and she can just start gathering more intelligence more reliably. It's more in real time, you know, things like that. And she could send out multiple ones. So then it's like, oh, down this hallway, down this hallway. I know all the traps, and because it's just a duplicate, it doesn't matter if it gets destroyed. So there you go. Better info gathering tactics. And then as for her awakening, I had a lot of fun coming up with this one. Okay, Robin has the, and I'm going to butcher this name and probably butcher the word that I found to kind of translate for the opposite of it. Uh, Gigantesco, you know, her, where she makes like giant versions where she combines the normal arms into like larger versions of themselves. She used them on the way down to Fishman Island to push the ship away from a rock wall, and then later to protect the plaza made two giant legs to just smash all the Fishman pirates, or the new Fishman pirates. Um, so yeah, what if we go to the other end of that spectrum and we have microscopico, or whatever. I was never good in Spanish. I took one class in high school and sucked eggs. But so yeah, if we go in the microscopic way instead of the macroscopic, where she duplicates the very cells of her body, she could possibly enhance her muscular structure, possibly even her skeletal structure, though I don't know how you build up your skeleton that well. I mean, maybe durability, I don't know, but muscular structure is a definite, because, you know, people, you know, work out, you get stronger, your muscles get bigger. Well, what if she did a similar thing for extra power and possibly durability? Well, how about an enhanced healing factor as well? Because, you know, your cells over time, they'll heal the wound by regenerating what was once there. Well, if she's duplicating her cells at a high enough rate, she might not be on Wolverine levels or anything, you know, essentially immortal, but hey, it helps. Plus, she might even be able to extend this to other people, like, you know, until, like, their body could maybe, you know, like, maybe patch a wound for them, not fully heal it, but until they could get, like, better medical treatment or something, a quick fix. But, and, like, finally we have where we kind of combine the two concepts, her giant and her micro things, where she becomes essentially a Titan shifter from Attack on Titan, where her cells start to replicate and it builds a humanoid shell around her body so that she can fight larger opponents. And this could be scaled based on the situation, you know, like say the large humans, you know, they're about 10 feet, give or take, roughly. Or like say Big Mama, who's anywhere between 15 and 20 feet tall, you know, she could like fight on par. So you'd have like a giant Robin. But then you could have like even bigger versions, like if she fights a literal giant who are in the excess of closer to 50 feet tall, I guess. I'm not sure. I didn't actually look that up. But that may not even be a information that's been given yet. But so yeah, and then imagine just the sheer awesomeness of her teaming up with Frankie in the Frankie Shogun. That would be awesome in my, you know, uh, in my opinion. But you know, those are just some thoughts I've had about Robin. Anyway, I might try and do the other Straw Hats depending on how much inspiration I get. Obviously, plug in some ideas. I'll put a special spin on them if you so choose, but or I'll try and give you credit if possible. I don't like stealing other people's ideas. Obviously, that's just wrong. But but yeah, those are just some ideas about Robin in lieu of a chapter this week, and I had fun coming up with the ideas. So you know, it was fun. Also, if this goes well, I might have been able to edit this video. I don't know. I've never actually edited a video to the degree that I would like. So, I hope that worked out. But anyway, thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter at Keishan Prime, and I'll see you next time. Keishlings, roll out.